Thank you very much, Chairman Sir, Secretary Sir, fellow panelists, delegates. It's an honor to be here, participating in a seminar which is really well designed with an objective which will help in really identifying the roadmap, the way forward. I will try to adhere by the rules that Chairman Sir has laid. There is a digital clock which the speaker faces, which the audience doesn't face. So let's see whether I can. Okay, next please. Thank you. In this hall, as mentioned by the Chairman, you are familiar with the agricultural scenario. One doesn't really have to emphasize some of these facets, but I thought I must set the context right by telling you that we still have a huge population that depends on agriculture and allied economic activities. The services sector is growing, will continue to grow, but the dependence on agriculture will remain. Next please. Next. Thank you. This is a grim scenario. We have probably exhausted the agricultural land that is available, and anyway that's very small with regard to the total land available in the world, and we have a huge population, 16% of the world's population, and the rest of the data of course is familiar to you. We will have to continue to therefore be innovative, be able to actually foresee problems, and therefore be able to ensure that the crisis is diffused before it becomes too difficult. Therefore, we have to actually talk about the level of productivity. We have to look at the nutrition challenge, and that is what the first forum speakers have already mentioned, 2 or 3 specific cases in which they have shown their interest. Next, please. The primary producers have always a great disadvantage, and we need to look at this because in the rural economy, we have several things which are going on simultaneously, and this is with regard to whatever they do, they remain unorganized, they remain small in operation, they are isolated, market disconnect, technology gap, they just can't organize. The moment they are able to form a cooperative, manage to organize themselves, then the scenario changes. The place where we are located, and this is where the whole milk cooperative movement sort of took place, and suddenly we found that the scene changed. So there is a huge success story that originated in this region, and therefore there is, I think, some cause for optimism that if we were to look at any of these facets, and if we have some mechanism by which there can be some collaboration, some cooperative, some form of networking, strengthening, that would make a difference to all the economic activity that takes place at the moment, and which is perhaps ensuring that the weak remain weak, poor remain poor, and the stress on them is very high. Next, please. This is a little complicated. The color scheme also is not very good. Maybe if you can switch off the light there, if your projector or your camera, that will be nice. कैमरा को ऑफ कर दीजिए, कैमरे की लाइट बंद कर दीजिए. Bear with it. There is also a climate change. You can't do anything about it. Bear with it.
He wants to record your speech.
Only for 2 minutes, sir.
So the point is that we have a number of factors which are affecting food security, and this is an approach that is going to make for we have to understand that there is a life cycle approach, and there is a possibility of being able to make an intervention. There are various models that are available, but how does it really work, or at a global level, how does it work at a local level? is not necessarily the same. And that's a difference that one needs to understand. And we will have to perhaps be able to do things differently if we have to look at local economy in a way by which there is a higher level of food security for the weak. Next, please. This is two inverted triangles which I want to give, and how I mean say within our own economy we have a divide, and the divide is not only in income, it's also the knowledge divide, and that's important because we do realize that whereas we can romanticize a lot of what is tradition, the fact is that to be able to keep pace with the challenges, there have to be a lot of inputs from researchers like those who are present in the hall. And that I think is a challenge. And how do you really, one, do good, outstanding research, two, how do you communicate it to the people who need it most? And that's the only way to break this gap. And if we are able to do this smartly, efficiently, effectively, then we are onto a good wicket. Otherwise, we'll be continuing to face problems of various social disorders, civil disorders, and of course economic disorders. Next please.